Hello, Jane Fays here from Sydney, Australia. In the last couple of videos I've just been working on this basic vintage paper collage, and the purpose for that is that I'm going to use it as a base for some of my poster fragments that I found recently. That if you're interested, you can go back to a previous video, but I have collected a whole lot of posters and then I collated them into their poster groups so that when I was collaging I had all the similar elements and the collage pieces together. So one of my favourite colour schemes was this one. I'm going to turn that around so I've got it facing me, so apologies about that. And these are the pieces that I have found in this particular poster. So some beautiful lettering. I am very much drawn to typography. I am a calligrapher in years gone by. And so the idea is that I'm going to be using some of these pieces on my collage here. Now I have already thought through where I want some of these pieces, and so I'm just going to put that into place here. These are another beautiful lot, but they're a bit too, these ones are a bit too big to use on this, so I'm going to save them for another day and work out now. As I said, I've sort of had a bit of a play as to where I want these to go. Some of them do have, this particular one has a little number piece there, so I'm going to have to glue that down with matte medium first and make sure there's no other bits and pieces that might peel off. And so that is what I'm thinking of at the moment. I'm not sure where it will go. It doesn't really have a focal point at this point. I'm not sure whether it needs it or not. But it's certainly something that I like the look of. The other thing that I want to incorporate is some texture. I've got a Tim Holtz stencil here and some light moulding paste, which I'm going to apply. I've used this to a nice effect with watercolours, and this is a concertina book that I worked on a couple of years ago. I'd done a course with Karen Stamper. She's an amazing artist and I've learnt a lot from her, but as you can see I've brought in this exact stencil actually and put some texture on the page with either light moulding paste or watercolour ground, it could have been. Just brought in some texture, and then that effect has been made with watercolours. So I probably am a bit more familiar actually with watercolour than I am with acrylics. So it will be interesting to see how it goes. But my plan is that I'm going to just apply, and I'll just do one little bit now. So I'm going to apply a little bit here. Again, I'm going to turn that around and I'll just show you. So if that's going to go there, and I might have that swish going like that. So I'm just going to remove that moulding paste, and I don't want it too thick because I don't actually want it to completely cover up. It's a bit hard one-handed, but anyway. And then I'm just going to apply some of that and just smear. And then hopefully that will just provide a nice bit of texture there. And I'm going to do that probably down here as well, coming up there. I don't want too much. I'm going to then apply a bit of a glaze. Now, I'm not pretending to be any fabulous artist, by the way. There are a lot of people that are much more experienced than me. I've learnt these techniques from other people. So this is just one novice to another, let's say. So that's going to sit there and that'll just look beautiful in there. I'm going to have a bit more up here, so I might have a little bit going in there. Just a little bit of texture here. Not much. And I don't want it to be too thick, just a little bit. And let's just see, I might just bring in a piece that really wraps around that piece there. I probably want to turn it over, it shouldn't matter. And I'll just see how that goes. Just a little bit goes a long way. Don't need too much. So hopefully that just gives a little bit, maybe a little bit up there as well. Okay, so I am going to let that dry. Let me just turn it around for you. There we go. So as you would have seen where I had placed my poster fragments, I'm hoping that these will marry in nicely with those, and then I'm going to put a bit of a glaze over it, and then do adhere my poster pieces. So I'll let that dry. You need to leave those really dried before you can apply any paint, and hopefully I'll get a nice washy aged effect over the whole thing. So we'll see you in the next video.